All right, thank you thank you for staying and thank you for watching Bernama today. Fabian Narcis with Max Shangar on the show. Max is from Max Capital Management, who is the company that invests in not only local properties but also international properties. Now we're going to know the reason why we invest overseas. And why should we diversify our portfolio? So the pros and cons for actually having investments, local and international properties. Maybe you can share with us a little bit.
Basically, there are a lot of factors that we have to consider before we invest in overseas. First is, are we prepared to currency risk loss as well? And second thing is, are we able to get some end financing from foreign countries? And looking at the advantage of foreign investment, of course, the diversification, like old sayings, never put all your eggs into one basket.
Yep, that's right.
And second is hedge against the inflation. Right. And the third is better return. For example, in Malaysia, to get a double-digit return in a year is nearly impossible.
Sorry, what you mean by double-digit? Is it double-digit in terms of your numbers or in terms of percentage?
In terms of percentage. Like 10%, or 15% in a year.
Right. So go on.
So another thing is when we invest in foreign countries, there is a better for the landlord. You see, in Malaysia, right? Let's say the tenant, they delay your payment maybe for 1-2 months. Very difficult for you to chase them out. But in some states, in other countries like US, within 24 hours, you can kick them out from your house.
Okay, that's the policy that is set by the local government, right? So if, let's say, a man on the street would want to, could probably just try to invest in one property outside of Malaysia, what should they consider?
Basically, of course, you have to ask yourself how much cash you have. Invest in overseas, you need a lot of cash. But at the same time, there are also other products, or segments that you can even invest with 10,000 Sing dollar. What you can invest 10,000 Sing dollar in Malaysia or 25,000 ringgit.
Okay, so for 25,000 ringgit, maybe you can tell us. Say me, let's say I would like to invest, and you said that the minimum is 25,000 ringgit. What would you propose to me?
I'll propose to you to invest in the German heritage buildings. Basically, we will form a company to invest it or that kind of things. And within 24 months, you get back your 100% capital plus a 24% profit, which is very good and net.
Right, and a 24% profit over 2 years, which is 1% a month.
Yes.
Right, and is this a guaranteed profit or is
it's
this
contractual?
Contractual.
Yes. You sign the contract with the developer directly.
And if let's say I would have more money and I put in more money, would that be more returns or what?
It will be the same. But of course, if you have we are consultants to a lot of investors, so we advise them. Let's say your investment you have let's say 100,000 or maybe $1 million. We will advise you to invest accordingly. Like some of our friends, right? They invest together with us in the UK car park. In the Gaslow Airport.
Yeah, I heard of that.
Yes,
I heard of that. I heard of that investment as well. It's probably doing very well, right? Because it was on the news as well. Right.
You just imagine 100,000 ringgit. You can buy a car park and you get a guaranteed return for the next 6 years.
Right. That's really good, because over here in KL as well, a lot of people are investing in car parks because there's a lot of shortage of space for car parks. But moving forward, right? If someone out the streets there, they don't really know about overseas investment, how can they get in touch with a professional?
Of course, they can call us, all right? Or if I can give my number later, all right?
Sure, go ahead.
012-216-6606 or maxshanker@gmail.com.
Right.
We will advise you accordingly to your risk appetite and also what is your expectation.
And you basically come up with a foolproof plan for a person to actually go in and would you actually show them all your portfolios, or would you target the portfolios depending on what they want?
What they want. Because ourselves, right, we are investing ourselves, we invested ourselves, and we see the profit ourselves. So it's something that have already proven.
So moving forward, right, we always ask ourselves, Malaysia is a developing country. In the ones you're talking about are most of it European, or Hong Kong, which is all the developed nations. Are these the targeted markets only, or are you looking at maybe like places like China, maybe places like, because China is big, huge. People are in need of houses.
Yes.
India, you know, and also Indonesia, you know, would there be property investment in that kind of regions?
Of course, when we're investing in the emerging market, there's a lot of risk because the legal system have not really protect the foreign investors. Like some of our friends invested in Indonesia and Philippines, end of the day, their capital all just vanish.
Okay, because I know of this problem in Singapore. Yeah, in Singapore, what I understand is that there are a lot of nice big buildings, but those buildings are all dark at night.
Yes, like my friends invested in Sentosa Cove area.
Right,
he lost about 20%
because
that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Yeah,
yes.
And is this because they can't rent it out or they can sell it out or what actually?
Yeah, first is overpriced, and second is when you want to recover your monthly installment, you have to pay X amount of money. But you're only getting maybe 30% or 50% from what you have to collect from the tenants.
Right.
So you are forking out your own money to
cover the rent. Sorry, not rent. To cover the installments to the bank that they charge you, right?
Yes.
But in terms of policies, I think all the other countries in the world have about the same policy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So there you go. At least we have some information about property investment here in Malaysia compared to the overseas investment. Now this is Max Shangar. Maybe in the future we can bring you in to talk a little bit more detail about not only investing in German properties, maybe we can talk about investing in townships. And the one that's very interesting is car parks and storage spaces.
Yes,
I've heard of that in those type of investments as well. But Max, this is all the time that we have for you on a Friday. Thank you again for coming back. For coming in to talk to us. If you want to get in touch with Max, you can always call him 012-216-6606, yeah? Or maxshankar@gmail.com. That's his email address that you can actually email to and find out a little bit more about his company, Max Capital Management Private Limited. All right, thank you very much. We have the Malay news up next. You have a good Friday ahead and have a wonderful weekend.